Yep, it's a Lansky. If you watched my last sharpening video, it went so well that a lot of people recommended, instead of using stones, I should probably switch to the Lansky system. And do you know what? Probably right. So I did just that, and I have myself this system. I bought the diamond one, which comes with the ultra coarse, medium and fine. I then bought the 1000 grit, whatever stone that is, ceramic. Then I got the sapphire stone on Paddy's recommendation, and then I got a strop, even though I've got one, but whatever. I got a strop for it, and some Smurf poo on Slick Slicer's recommendation. Now, I have already used this, as you can see from the debris. Mixed results. I think it really depends on the kind of knife. I've had some fantastic results. Like this just came out so well. Yeah, it's not, you know, it's not like an ultra high polish. It's quite polished. It's certainly far from perfect, but it is absolutely, like, you know, shaving sharp. On the other hand, we have things like this, where because the blade actually, so if, I suppose I should leave it out actually. If you look straight at it, can you see that the blade isn't actually straight? The blade's actually sort of bent, and because of that, it doesn't do even on each side. So yeah, I did that, and then I had to then resharpen it. That sucked. However, I think this one is also no, I probably did this one on a stone, but it's, you know, it's sharp enough. The Michael May continues to impress. This time, for this video, I'm going to be trying this Benchmade proper, just to get it, you know, to that shaving sharpness. It's sharp, it's just not ultra sharp. I'm going to get rid of that stupid lanyard because that's just going to annoy me. Just keep banging on the desk and such. There we go. That's been a while since it's like that. And I'm just going to, I just maxed this out. I watched a instructional video on this that someone recommended, and I'll link that in the description. It's great. It really helped me get a really decent edge. The instructions that come with this are a little bit shit. It also recommended the electrical tape there to stop it from damaging blades, because I've got to say, this system has its flaws, and one of them is that the metal clamp, you have to do it up so tight, because otherwise this, like, the blade starts wiggling in there. You also have to have it far enough out from this, because otherwise you start rubbing up on this, which is useless. Also, you have to make sure this is perfectly level in there, because otherwise it won't be even on each side. There's a little gap in there to accept it, but it's very small, and this knife's fine. But if you've got a heavier knife, oh, it's a ball ache. But this is fine. Should I just start with an extra coarse? Screw it, yeah, why not? So first things first. You can get, if you just buy the standard stone that needs you to add a little bit of honing oil, which they include in the kit, that's 50. The diamond kit is 100. Well, 85 off of Knives and Tools. But with all this extra stuff, I think it came to about 110 or something like that. So I'm just going to match up my, looks like it's a 20. but it's actually a 25. Okay, we'll do 25. I'm not looking to change the angle too much. And then it's just check for a burr. Nothing. Yeah, I am reprofiling it slightly. Okay, looks like that's reprofiled it. We'll try this side now. And yeah, it's just, you got your different angle degrees there. Oh, you have to buy this separately, by the way. Imagine that. There's a burr everywhere except this bit here. Yep, there's a burr along the whole knife. I don't think you'll be able to see that. But if you run your nail along it, you can catch on it. So now we'll flip it over. I'm going to go to coarse diamond now. There we go. You sort of wiggle it in, just put it down flat, make sure there's no play, and then do it down flat on the desk. Cool, and just like the guy in the video said, one time will go that way and then the other time will go that way, and it just helps you see your progress because the grain will change. So if I do that way, the reflection will all change. So it's a really easy way to keep track of your progress. I mean, I suggest you go, if you're actually using this as a tutorial, just go and click on the video in the link in the description. Because I'm not good at sharpening. Look at that Michael May. But, you know, this is sort of just how easy it is for an idiot to use a Lansky, really. Okay, so last time I went this way. So by the way, medium. And you should, yeah, it should flick, like the burst should flick over fairly quickly once you start doing a good job of it once you get a cohesive edge. I think this way. Yeah, and see what I mean? Sort of there. You can see this half is shiny and this half isn't, and that's because this half's going that way and this half's going that way. It's just a good way to keep track. It's really easy to see from my angle, impossible to see from that angle there. Making fast progress here. I'm not going to lie, this has actually been the easiest knife to do so far. Something to be careful of using this technique that I've fallen afoul of a couple of times is not to go sort of too fast, because what you can end up doing is it's actually sort of not very intuitive how quickly this ends. So you'll be, you know, going crazy and then it will sort of drop off and then you'll automatically go back and you just smash the blade in, and it's just not pretty, and it makes me angry. Yeah, that all looks fairly good to me. I mean, that's a good enough edge right there. Yep. Well, once I've done this side anyway, but you know, I went that way. Oh, no, that's fantastic. I'm doing that. I can go back to the top, but and again. Yeah, that's right. That's the green light. What's that, mate? Yes, one's doing that. She melts low. If you go past that, really fuckers up. Now this. Ah. Not perfect, but whatever. So, let's see how we did. Just want to have some cloth. Oh, it's back here, so it's like. There's cloth. Okay, so you can see it's not like mirror or anything crazy like that, but it's alright. It will do. Yeah, it's actually pretty damn good though, look at that. I think this. No, this side's alright as well. Yes, it's really not perfect, but it's probably about as good an edge as I've ever done. Yep. Okay, so that's successfully now a lot sharper. So yeah, it's sort of foolproof depending on the knife. This knife happens to fit in there really goddamn well. This one, as happy as I am with that edge, this one was a pain in the ass because this is angled wrong. Oh yeah, it also leaves black stuff all over your hands. This stuff is angled wrong, so you sort of have to clamp it on this bit. You have to make sure that it's exactly center with the Lansky system, or it's going to do a different angle each side. But yeah, you can see this one's, I'd say it's not as good as the proper there, but that's all right. And ooh. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. So I actually think the Lansky system is pretty damn good. This video was 31 minutes at this point, but I'll speed up all the boring sharpening shit. It will just be the bits where I'm talking in between. But yeah, I gotta say, it's far from perfect, that edge. Look, you can see like little things in it, but you know, I'm real happy with that. So yeah, I highly recommend the Lansky system. It's easily the best edges I've ever got, and I wasn't unhappy with my my sharpening. I could definitely get a knife, you know, sharp, just not quite that crazy like shaving sharp. But yeah, highly recommended. If a little awkward. Cheers.